How's it going, guys? Recently I hit 250,000 views across all my videos on my channel, and that's pretty cool to think about how 250,000 people have been entertained or semi-entertained by my stupid YouTube videos, and that's pretty cool. But nonetheless, today we're going to be talking about a former NBA player, Allen Iverson, and I'll go ahead and lay out all the facts out there. He was recently seen begging for money outside of a mall, and he's actually $1 million in debt right now, which is kind of crazy to think about once I give you the rest of the statistics. And so he is in debt by almost $1 million and is currently begging outside of a mall for chump change when during his NBA career, he earned over $155 million just from NBA alone, the salary. And then on top of that, he got another $50 million from his endorsements and things like that, sponsorships. So over his career, he earned $200 million, yet he is currently $800,000 in debt and was seen begging for change outside of a mall in Chicago, I believe. And I'll link the article in the description. I've been reading it. I'm just kind of interested in it because, you know, every once in a while you hear about a guy who had multi-million dollars, just tons of money, and then he ends up bankrupt and his life is just a mess. And I hate to beat him while he's down, but it's just, I don't know. It's hard to believe how you can just blow through $200 million and now be in debt, begging for money. And when at one point you had so much money, but anyways, I'll put the article, like I said, in the description so you know I'm not making up a bunch of BS, and it's actually kind of interesting to read. Now, you might be wondering, where did all that money go? Where did $200 million go? And from all the articles I read, because I read a couple just because I found this kind of interesting, it looked like it went to 4 different things. They all seemed to meet up at the same 4 spots. His wife divorced him and took a lot of his money, and he also had to pay a ton of money for child support. The number I believe I read was like $200,000 a month or something like that. It's probably not true, but that's what one of the articles said, but I really doubt that's true. And then he had really expensive cars, is what all the articles kept saying, and he had multiple houses, one of which was a really expensive mansion. And then the other thing that they said he spent all his money on was jewelry. They said he was known for just going to a jewelry store and just dropping hundreds of thousands of dollars on jewelry for all his friends and for himself. I don't know. I mean, he is a guy, but whatever. So those are pretty much the 4 main things out of all the articles I read that they said they spent all his money on, which really, I mean, most of that's just stupid stuff. But, well, not really the divorce, but you don't need multiple houses. I mean, really. And then the cars and the jewelry. I mean, what's the point? So, it's obvious he pretty much wasted a lot of it, especially because both his houses were foreclosed, so he doesn't have them anymore. Pretty sure he lost all his cars. And, in one of the articles I read, there was a quote and a video of him saying this. He's so broke right now, he can't even afford wow, stutter. He can't even afford a cheeseburger to eat. And he turned his pockets inside out. He has no money to his name. And like I said, he's $800,000 in debt. Which, like I said, I don't want to beat him while he's down or, you know, talk trash about him. It's just, you know, something to learn from. You know, be wise with your money, especially if you ever do something or invent something where you get a lot of money. Just be wise with it and don't let it go to your head. Do you really think he needed those 2 massive houses? Like, really? Do you need that big of houses if you look at the pictures? And does he need all those cool cars? And do you have to spend millions of dollars on jewelry? No. So he did waste it. And I thought it's just kind of cool to think about. If any of you guys watching this ever do get loads of money, you know, you invent something or do something really cool, just don't let it go to your head. Be careful about it. And I know it sounds like common sense, but apparently it isn't. And that's pretty much that. I don't really know why I decided to make this video. I just found that article really interesting. I've been reading about it for like the past hour and a half. So yeah, that's pretty much that. You can let me know what you think down below, and have a nice day.